up, y'all? Welcome
What's up,
to
y'all?
the first episode of Coffee with Mom and Dad.
I'm Mom.
Dad, and we are the parents of the Jones Family 5, of course. And we got 3 little girls around here somewhere. But
Somewhere.
never too late for coffee. So we just wanted to kind of do this so that we can share our experiences and, just talk with other couples and, just communicate to y'all, just share our processes and some of the things we go through, and y'all can do the same with us, and we can kind of learn from each other and help each other out as long as we go.
Be sure to comment down below.
Let
us know if it's some of the things that you do, or give us some pointers or whatever you feel. We'll take all the suggestions.
Feel free to join the conversation. So we just want to introduce ourselves. My name is Ahmad. I'm the dad, and this is my wife.
My name is Dakira.
And we've been
I'm
together.
the mom.
We've been together for 4 years now.
No, we haven't.
For 4 years.
We've been married almost 4 years.
We've
You
been
see,
married.
this is part of the problem, man. This is part of the problem.
Listen, when you in love and when things go along, this is
a whole nother conversation.
Time just go along.
Not mom and dad with coffee and mamas and mommies with coffees and daddies with coffees. It's another conversation.
See, we giving y'all real. It's just real. It's uncut, no filter. I mean, that's how it be sometimes. I know when her birthday is, though.
He better know when my birthday is.
So we gonna, I'm a mom, I'm dad. I'm in my late 30s now because I'm
not telling my age.
Because I'm over 35.
I'm not telling my age at all. So he can tell his age. I'm not telling my age.
But yeah, we've been married almost 4 years now. We met in like 2016, right? I'm right about that, right?
No, you're not.
I am. We met in May 2016. We met in 2015.
Yes.
My bad. Yeah, we met in May 2015.
Somebody get him a pencil and a piece of paper because he needs to write these things down. They got that new technology with stuff being your phone, on the computers, and it's not in his brain. You don't even know my phone number because he used to just pressing the button on the phone.
I do know it, but I can't say it on here because I'm not giving y'all my wife number, of course.
Call me.
But we've been together for 5 years, going on 5 years. I proposed to her a year into our relationship, and then we got married a year after I proposed, right? So we've been together for a while now. We have a blended family, of course, so I had a daughter when I met her. She had a daughter when she met me, and now we have one together. So we are a truly blended family.
Yes,
So,
all one.
Yes, and we go through all girls, by the way.
All girls. Lord
No boys.
Jesus.
I'm the only guy in here, so I'm learning as I go. I grew up with all boys.
Oh.
I get that every so often because she know what I go through. But I grew up all boys, so I'm learning all this girl stuff as I go. And of course, her daughter, my stepdaughter, is
almost
teenage. So we
13, 10,
yes.
and almost 2.
Yeah. So we
pray for us.
We winging it, we just trying to figure out. So if y'all got some information that y'all can let us know, please let us know. Because we just trying to make it. We doing good for ourselves. We raising queens, but we can always take information. So a little while ago, we put out a post on our story to say we was going to do this podcast. It was going to turn into a podcast eventually, but a video podcast. I finally got her to do it with me, so
y'all saw how I looked at him.
It's going to turn into a video podcast. And we're going to start doing this about different topics. We can have a conversation with y'all. We may have some guests.
We probably ain't going to have no coffee. Probably like a little wine or something.
Hey, it might switch. The show is called Coffee with Mom and Dad, but
This
it might
show.
switch.
But the other one probably ain't going to have no coffee.
Sometimes,
might be a little...
at the 8
I'm sorry, it's a family show.
At the 8 when the kids sleep, that's our time.
Right.
So,
it's definitely going to be after 8.
But we asked y'all to send us some questions, and we got some good feedback because we know a lot of people between us too. So
You don't know nobody.
we got some good feedback, but one of the main questions that we got was, what you say? I forgot what you told me. What was the question?
See, the things a wife have to go through. So the question was, so because we have a blended family, just some of the things, good and bad, that are included in having a blended family.
Right.
So we're just going to talk about having a blended family. Some of the things, the good things, some of the obstacles that we had, and just let you know about having all we can do is talk about our blended family and give it from our perspective. But we welcome comments. We welcome, just to join the conversation. So here we go.
And like I said, we're not experts in no kind of way. We always willing to learn. We always say that, we constantly growing as a couple and as husband and wife, as mom and dad. So we may give advice. I mean, we just giving y'all, like she said,
like he said, we winging it.
What works for us, and y'all give us what works for y'all, and then hopefully
we winging it, man. Winging it, but all the way.
So from we can get into it. So I guess we can give my perspective, your perspective.
So let's give a little more history. Like you said, we met. I had a daughter at the time. My daughter was
7. No, it's going on 7.
Going on 7. Mm-hmm. And he had a daughter, and his daughter was going on
5.
5?
5, yeah.
So she was 4, my daughter was 6.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 little girls. So let's start from the beginning, because that's already a conversation in itself. And, having kids and meeting someone and, figuring out if you want your kids to meet the person that you're dating.
When is the right time?
When is the right time?
Yeah.
And how do you go about doing it? So we're going to tell our story. This is a funny story.
You tell it this time, because I always tell it. You tell it.
No, we're not going from how we met.
Oh, okay.
We're not telling that story.
All right, we can leave that there.
That's a whole nother story.
Another
I don't
episode.
care to participate.
Another episode.
But so we met. We were dating. We liked each other. We went out on a lot of dates prior to our kids meeting each other, prior to us meeting each other's kids. And we finally decided that we wanted to have our kids to meet each other, and also them to meet the person that we were dating, and also each other's kids.
Well, technically, our kids met. Well, my kid met yours, and your kid met me through video.
Yes.
So before they actually met each other, we actually kind of
did a FaceTime.
Yeah. So we used to FaceTime and talk back and forth, and being around. I was a single dad at the time, and she was a single mom, of course. So you don't never get any breaks. So of course our kids were around and asking questions and all that
up
stuff.
In the background, like, man, what you doing?
Yeah. So once it got serious between us, then I felt comfortable enough, just to introduce her through video, and me meeting her daughter through video, until we get comfortable enough around each other, and then we.
You sound all old talking about video. FaceTime. Like right. We sent videos to each other or something. Like, no, we didn't do that. We did not submit videos.
Good point. But then we came up with this idea of them meeting each other, and we wanted to kind of ease into it and let them kind of get to know each other first without us kind of like putting them together. So we met at a Chick-fil-A.
And we let them go into the playroom together, and they didn't know that they were like together. So we went and sat down at a table, and then they just both like, can we go in the playroom? Can we go in the playroom? Yeah. And I let my daughter go in the playroom, and he let his daughter go in the playroom. And they were, of course, little kids are gonna,
naturally play together.
So they were in there, and they were playing, kicking it off, and we were sitting down chatting, and all of a sudden they started looking at us through the window and figuring it out. Like, they together.
That's my dad.
That's your mom. And they started figuring it out, and then they came out there, and that's how we, got.
Yeah. So we sat down and kind of we ate dinner together at Chick-fil-A after they finished playing, and they realized that they were that we were all together, and we kind of planned it. Of course, not the youngest, but like the oldest kind of figured it out because she saw me on FaceTime before, so she was like, "Is that the guy?" She was just putting it together like that. So his
daughter lost her shoe, and we had to go to Target and find some brand new shoes because she like lost her shoe.
I'm pretty
we
sure
could not find it.
I'm pretty sure you'll see videos of her on our page, but that's Morgan, and she's famous for losing things. So yes, our first time all interacting, she lost her shoe in Chick-fil-A. And that made us spend actually more time together than we actually planned on spending. We had to go to Target to get new shoes and all this other stuff. So it worked out pretty good as far as them initial meeting.
And they were interested in playing with each other more, and they would ask about each other, and we, and that kind of gave us a way to all get together, and then we started doing things together. Yeah. Like we would just go out on the weekend, go wherever, like everywhere. I'm the spontaneous one that set up all the stuff. Yes. So we would be everywhere, like at the harbor, at I don't know,
National Harbor, DC,
everywhere,
all over the place. Yeah, so I mean, once I got comfortable and I saw her with my daughter when I was around, of course. So it wasn't like she would leave her daughter with me or I would leave my daughter with her. It was like we were all together, and once I got comfortable enough to, just go to the store real quick and come right back, or small things like that to kind of ease into it. And Morgan got to know Kara as Miss Kara,
and that's the same. Yeah. We both did the same thing.
Yeah. So we spent about a year, like just almost every weekend going, spending time.
We would go either to his house or my house, and just spend time. We would have dance parties and just all kinds of things, and fun things to get the girls still getting used to us being together and getting used to being with each other. And we went through some challenges, like we said, we have girls. So we went through some challenges, just a lot of different challenges. We went through challenges of them getting along, of attention.
Of course, because like she said, Amber was 6 going on 7. My daughter was 4. So she was... And
they're only children.
Yeah. So she was pretty much used to being with her mom all the time. So, that sharing space kind of became a little issue every now and then. Majority of the time they would get along and they would play, but it just would become little small things where my daughter's like a daddy's girl, so she would be under me or, about kind of sharing her dad type of thing. So they were young, so they couldn't express that, but those were little issues you would see coming. Like my daughter would kind of be standoffish a little bit, or Amber as well. So those type of things, but I would say we had pretty smooth sailing when it comes to raising our girl, or getting together. When we met, of course, I was single for about 2 or 3 years at that point. So it was just me and Morgan from that point on. So of course I was at the phase where I was like, nah, I'm good. I ain't gonna be single. I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life, blah, blah, blah.
And then I came along.
And then she came along. And I fell for her really quickly, so I tried to fight it a little bit. Sorry, that's Audie Bell over there. But she put it, I was about to say she put it on me.
No. Not like that.
No, she just had a
I
really...
put that Jones on.
Now you Jones, see?
No.
You Jones now.
Oh. Wait. I don't... Okay.
But no, like we fell for each other kind of quickly, and we both were like pretty guarded at first, but it's
we knew what we wanted.
Yeah, so
we were at a point in our lives where we knew what we wanted. We wanted to grow.
Yeah.
Within ourselves, and we just kind of, we were stable within ourselves first. Right. So we knew we wanted stability for our kids, for our own situation.
Yeah, so that made it kind of easier for us to kind of cling together once we finally made the step to say, all right, we're going to be exclusive, we're going to date. So then next was, of course, getting the girls together, and we handled that pretty well. Going now, our oldest is going on teenage years, Morgan's going on 11, and we have a daughter of our own, of course, which is always our goal once we got together. I call our littlest the
The
equalizer
equalizer.
because she brings everything together. So I would say the best thing about it is that I get, of course, another daughter, an older daughter that's pretty much different. She's energy-wise different than my daughter, so I kind of get to show all sides of myself. You know, my daughter's Morgan is pretty laid back, and she like to chill and relax, and we do those kind of things. My oldest is like energetic. She like the sports and flipping and, you know, roughhousing and stuff like that. So I get that with her, and then our little princess is just growing into her own. So
She everything.
that's one of the best things about it. I'll tell y'all, I'll let her say the best things, and we'll go into some kind of what's the challenges, but.
You gonna put me on the spot.
Go ahead, yeah.
I agree. I feel the same way with him. I mean, of course, we like different things when it comes to, like, I'm not the sports person. I don't play basketball, but I will. Put you up. You too.
We already went through this. We already went through that.
So, you know, like I said, like he said, different things, and it all equals out for all of the girls. Like, you know, it's different things within each one of them that I can find the difference in. I don't know what I'm talking about.
And not only that, it's so
You
much.
put me on the spot.
It's so much more love. Like, it's so much more to go through, and it's so much that you can feel accomplished by blending the family together, because it comes with its own obstacles. Like, you know, of course, her, you know, we have outside situations that we had to deal with up front to kind of let everyone know that this is what it is, and that's another episode in itself. But that challenge, and we overcome that challenge to get to where we are. So it's just a lot of love in this house. It's a lot of, you know, building. Me and her, we constantly building together. Of course, we have our ups and downs every now and then, but who doesn't? You know, we still working together. Like I said earlier, we're not perfect.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah,
you know,
morally, yep.
Yeah.
That's one key thing that I always say between us, is that we want the same things out of life. Like, I haven't met anyone that has the same kind of goals that I have, towards the same thing. You know, and like pushing me to do better, and I do the same for her, and I always got her back, and she always got my back. So the challenge, I don't know. We've been together for so long. Like, I'm a very optimistic person, so I don't see them as challenges. I kind of just see them as something to get over, I guess, obstacles. Yes, I don't see it as like a bad thing, because it's a lot that comes along with blending a family. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, because kids are set in their ways. We kind of set in our ways of how we like to do things, and then my daughter may not be used to how she disciplines. Her daughter might, you know, so those type of challenges we had to kind of overcome a little bit.
We all learning each other, and I think with that said, like, those are the obstacles of us learning each other and learning how each other do things.
Yes.
You know, and that's just all around, all over the board. You know, like, even with us and our discipline methods, and even though we have the same, very similar morals and values that we instill in our kids, we still kind of do things differently. Like, he's the talker.
Yes.
He's like Bill Cosby. You know, sit down, let's talk about it. What did you do? Why'd you do it? I love you. I ain't that person. I'm like, if you don't get over here and sit down.
I guess what's that? I'm a little more patient.
We balance each other out.
We
Because
definitely
sometimes
do.
I look at him like, you better talk to them.
Yeah. And, you know, we both disciplined, like she said. It's just that I like to explain while I'm disciplined. Or I would rather have a conversation, because I feel like
I explain too, but in a whole different way.
You just gonna not let us film?
She said, I'm the actress too.
But no, I mean, that's basically the obstacle, is everyone just trying to come together, and we all have our own ways, and just trying to merge that as best as possible. I'm pretty sure y'all families, that y'all may have some blended families, y'all may be different, but ours kind of clicked kind of easily because, like she said, we both knew what we wanted before we met each other, or when we met each other. I knew what I was looking for in her, and I think she knew what she was looking for in me.
And we bring understanding to the table. You know, when it comes to things like me, I feel like the kids should have what's it called? Like a grounded, not a set of rules, but like 8 o'clock is bedtime. You know, y'all need to do this by a certain time. You should, whatever. You know, like I don't know what that's called. What's that called?
Rules. I would just say rules. Like you bring your own type of
like just different things
sense.
That I
Guides or
yes.
whatever. I don't know.
Whatever.
That's a good point.
Whatever
you take it as. I don't know.
But I feel like that should be the case. And he more
lenient,
very lenient.
Yeah.
But we come to some type of
it's like it comes like you said, we give and go. Like on that, it does. If it would be weird of me to argue that, you know, about if that's what, like it's no negative in it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's nothing wrong with it. So what would be the point of me arguing back and forth about it? It's like it is what it is, and our kids are used to it now. So, and then later on as they grow up, we'll push back, and, you know, and get kind of
she waiting for that. She is waiting for that.
Yes,
I am.
Yes. But I mean, that's how it is. You have to give and take, especially with a blended family, and your partner may have methods of how they like to do things, but you have to give and take. So I'm more of a hip hop guy. Like I like to listen to, you know, rap music. Of course she does too, but you know, with a lot of profanity and stuff like that, and the lyrics and what they talk about nowadays.
Stations and the songs off, like they don't need to hear that.
No, when I first met her, it was like she didn't listen to that kind of stuff, but she listens to it herself. We connect when it comes to hip hop. Like we like the same people, but of course for her daughter, she would handle things differently. But you know, when her daughter was with me, like I'll be in the car listening to the music that I listen to. But we came
turned out, yo.
But we came to a compromise where, you know, I don't listen. I'll play the clean version in the car versus not being able to, you know, just listen to what I want to listen to. I'll play clean music, and sometimes every now and then whatever, but I'll play. You know, you can't find clean versions all the time. That's all, and you can't do it all the time. And when you like the song, you like the song. My kids like to dance, you know, so it is what it is. But I try. That's the key. I try.
The compromise.
But that's the point. It's
sometimes hard, but
yes. It's sometimes you have to give up what you may wholeheartedly believe in, or come to a middle point. And sometimes we struggle with that, and sometimes it goes with ease. But that's the goal. I think it's awesome that you can take one, you know, I think it's, I guess every family is kind of blended because the husband and the wife has to blend. But of course,
not all the time. Sometimes you can build your family with your significant other.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
So the blessing in it is that people can come together with multiple differences that, you know, like I have a story, he has a story.
Our kids have stories.
Yes. They all have stories behind, you know, us becoming one, and us making that sacrifice with all of us, including our kids, because they also have to give a sacrifice and say, we are a family, and we will acknowledge this as a family, that we're all one, you know, and we're all willing to do that. And I think that's the amazing part, and that's the most important part, that with a blended family, each person within that family has to want to be there and want to, you know,
you gotta want to participate. So it kind of shows you the level of commitment, because it's so much to the backstory that you have to want to be here to kind of make this work. Like you have to put forth effort. It's not just me. It's not just me and her like putting forth effort. We have to think about our kids. We have to think about their feelings and their perspective of things as well.
And
But-
even them taking small steps, like, you know, we are still new to this, even though we've been in it for some years,
Yeah.
all as one, we still are taking small steps. Like he said,
Yeah.
you know, my stepdaughter, his daughter Morgan, calls me Miss Kira.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
his stepdaughter calls him Mr. Marty.
Yeah.
You know, and we're still getting there. And even though I'm her stepmom and
Mm-hmm.
he is her stepdad,
Yeah.
you know, we haven't gotten to the point where it's like mom, dad,
Yeah.
but we all know how we feel about
Mhm.
each other.
Yeah.
And that's just a next step. And
Mhm.
when it gets there, you know, it gets there. If it doesn't get there,
It's
then
cool.
it is what it
Yeah.
is. I know in my heart that that I love her and she loves me,
Mhm.
and vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like she said, the blessing is that I think it creates an environment for our kids to be open-minded
Yeah.
because they have to share, they have to get over these obstacles, and we kind of push them to get there as well because they are sisters now, you know, so they have to protect. Like the oldest, she loves to be the big sister now. She's at the point where she likes to look after her little sisters, or you know, if her little sisters are having a problem, then go to her for advice or for backup or whatever it is. So she
Why
loves
you ain't
it.
call me? I'm your big sister.
Yeah, yeah. She loves it, and now Morgan loves it because Morgan gets to experience being a bigger sister to our princess. So it's all around like a blessing. I think we're growing in an environment where our kids are going to be super open-minded about the world, and of course have morals, grounded morals at the same time. So we trying to grow. We still growing. We got a ways to go. We entering teen years, and you know what
Praise
things come
God,
along
us.
with that from female perspective that I don't know nothing about. But you know, we hitting there, and
I ain't ready, y'all. I'm not ready. Period. Period.
I ain't ready either, you know. But time don't stop, so we gonna have to get ready because
And none of us did this before.
we raising queens, and we raising beautiful queens. So I know a lot of little boys gonna be knocking on the door, and I'm gonna have to do what I got. I'm the only guy in here, you know. So I'm gonna have to do some push-ups, do some sit-ups. I gotta get in shape, you know. I don't want nobody coming to my door thinking they can, you know, do what they want. So
Right.
so we growing. Thank
And I'm
you.
be looking at him like, hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Take them in the living room.
yeah, go ahead, do something.
Yeah.
You just gonna let him come in? He didn't even speak to you.
She lying. She gonna be the one talking. She gonna be the one like, excuse me, who is you?
No, I would never.
Who
do
you
that.
here with?
I would never treat anybody that way.
That's an inside joke.
But-
One of my aunts was when we was dating. He was like, "Who you here with?"
Obstacles. Obstacles, y'all.
Right.
That's a whole nother conversation. But whatever.
We looking forward to having more conversations with y'all like this, and we are happy. I'm happy you finally doing it. So we got the first one out of the way. Send us some more questions or send us some more topics to talk about. Like I said, we may be called. We got a bunch of married friends that we may invite to the conversation, have some group conversations. Who knows? Make this fun, you know. And like
we
she
can continue this. You know, just
Mhm.
comment. Let us know what you're feeling.
Yep.
Give us some thoughts. If you have some suggestions or what is it called? I got mom
She got.
brain. I got like
I
post pregnancy brain. It never comes back.
my job is to help her
He
finish
finished
the
my
sentence.
statement. Like, hey, what is it called? What's it called?
Just if
Not
what
suggestions.
suggestions, comments,
What's it called?
tips.
Tips. There we go.
I was getting there. What tips?
He helps me out.
Anything, you know. Y'all let us know in the comments below. Y'all like our page, subscribe to our page, follow us on Instagram, of course, at the Jones Family 5. We the Jones Family 5 everywhere, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. So I hope y'all like this video. We look forward to doing more with y'all.
Yes.
We appreciate it. So we going. Coffee with mom and dad.